Morning. It's still early. I didn't eat breakfast, but that's fine. It's pretty normal for me not to eat breakfast. I laid in bed like for an entire hour, which is great. Everything's good. I can hear it on my end. Am my character too small, I wonder? Maybe not. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Recap. Get rid of this. There was a couple of frame drops a couple of seconds ago. Okay, so recap. We have a new toy to play with. Why's my wires like that? So we have a new toy to play with, which is fingerprinting and the luminol spray thingy that checks for blood, which is fun. What else? Found out that what's his name? Jake Marshall's fingerprints, bloody fingerprints, were on the thingy in the investigation room. So he's a very suspicious person right now. Anyways, so it's day 3 trial former, so we're going straight into the trial. Part of me thinks I should have stopped at day 2 investigation and moved on to here, but nah. Right, my phone is now up here, so I gotta move this a bit here. February 24, 9:41 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 2. Hi, Ma. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. This case is just weird. It's great, but very weird. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time, and a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Hey, she's helping us, I think. Are you helping us? Even for a little bit, are you helping us? Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. Move this here. Maybe there we go. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished actually. I'm used to all-nighters though. Like all workers. So, how did it go? I'm a bit too far on one side. Hang on, I'll move me a bit. There we go. It was as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. Are you helping us? Wait, what do you mean plea bargain? A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. Oh. Okay. Balana, don't tell me you... Is she gonna confess to this one? Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Huh. Miss Sky. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belonged to Officer Jake Marshall, of all people. The hand was a right hand, right? What kind of trace evidence? Oh, she'd be suspicious. Bloodstained fingerprints to be exact. Oh, that's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. Is it not the right trump card I'm supposed to be using, Lana? You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? It's the only way. Listen. It's either we choose Lana or choose Jake Marshall, and I'm gonna choose Lana. We have to play the cards we're dealt with. We're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Yeah, I'm gonna move my phone back down. So I can see it a bit more. We gotta prosecute him. Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Okay. February 24, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Oh. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky and me Kings. The defense is ready, Honor. Prosecution? The prosecution is... he's back. I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. What does mean? It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain in both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? Yeah. I still didn't actually get that bit. But what if the person in the evidence room was not actually Goodman, but someone else with his ID card? Because Meekins didn't actually confirm that it was Goodman. Maybe. I wish I could see. Wish they kept the video, the surveillance video, because apparently that gets deleted every day, at the end of it, every certain hour when nothing happens or something like that. What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. It's a very long trial too. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. He's not always. Even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. If he hears it, we're doomed. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait because... Very well, let the trial resume. Okay. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. Meekins? The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Meekins. Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Meekins? Ah, poor kid. Man. Person. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. Mike. Okay. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Meekins? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. Meekins? I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is, sir, I'm what you call a part of the younger generation. Younger generation? A person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir. You got caught in the sir stuff. Yeah, there's another delay, like at least 20-second delay? Maybe 10 seconds? Roughly 10-20. Officer Meekins? Yes, sir? Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I'm part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. You can't phone for a lack of enthusiasm. I don't think that's enthusiasm, he's just weird. Crime report, sir. Although it is not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. just want to check something. Oh yeah, no, that's still fine. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. So he says. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. That's an interesting testimony. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meeking's family motto, sir. That's, I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir, he knocked me upside the head, sir. Oh, someone just left. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Pressing it will press everything. Wait, mic a bit closer. So what is your normal duty? Mr. Meekings, you work in the General Affairs Department, don't you? Do you not? Yeah, why is he there? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes. Now there's a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime. Yep. Which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. If you're in charge of the Blue Badger, then why were you in the evidence room? Well, security place? The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mask created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transfer process. So that's evidence? It was my sole mission for the day, sir. Creepy but cute. I still see the handprint there, but it might be just some messed up painting. But I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Okay. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? Okay. I spotted a suspicious man on the security. Oh, you know, I just read that by there. Press. Tell me everything you know. Kind of. In order to enter the evidence room. Actually, yeah. You need a card. You need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. Oh yeah, there it is. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? Which is your one? Which is your one? There it is, sir. I found it. It's the one right here. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 4989596. 4989596. 4989596. 4989596. 4989596. Okay. Oh, he entered again as well. 450. Okay, so those two numbers are his. I see. But the number 4989596 appears twice. It's shown being used twice. Please explain, witness. What'd you do? Why'd you go in? It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Okay. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. Okay. I see. So it was during that second time when... Yes, sir. That was when I spotted the man on the security room. Okay. Still missing the 777777 one. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. Pressing everything, what you talking about? So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir. A knife. A knife? What kind of knife? It's like, I've got two knives on me. Which knife is it? Detective Goodman put a knife on you? What happened then? Well, I wonder if it's this knife. Where's the knife? This knife. Because I don't think anyone actually checked. Did anyone actually check whose blood is on that knife? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he was surprised as he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. What'd you do? I swung my arms around like an octopus, struggling to detain him. Okay. That's how I got this gash on my hand. And how did you kill him? Maybe if you just kept your cool... Maybe if you had just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be... Oh, when I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked, okay? I grabbed the man by his collar, and then... How did you do it? He was stabbed, so you must have grabbed the knife and stabbed him. Yeah, and what exactly do you mean when you said, did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into Kung Fu films, sir. It's not, you gotta, it's a stabbing. Stabby is the reason why he died. The man let his gun down for just an instinct, so I snatched his knife from him. Oh, okay. You took his knife? I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. Vikings! You see? He must have been desperate. Okay, the next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then... Of your blood, okay. Then the next thing I knew... yes? He punched me right in the face, sir. Okay, that doesn't mean that he got injured then, right? Because... it's your blood that went on him. After that, I passed the... Okay, about what time did you regain consciousness? Yeah, actually. No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Right. According to the report from the officer who woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. Okay. Hit me right in the head too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. It's nice that you recovered. That is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. The Blue Badger? Your mission. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. I returned into the entrance before things got out of hand. Yeah, that makes some sense. Well, we can all rest easy now. The Blue Badger. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Because I don't think did you see his face? Yes, Officer Meekings? With regards to that, sir. Oh, take a look at this. This was sent to my jail cell. Huh? But who? Kent. Chief Kent delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The chief? He a suspicious fellow, this chief. The chief delivered it? What is that? A videotape? Your hand! Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. I thought the thing got deleted, though. Oh, more evidence is not given. Yep. What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape. And was told they had been mistakenly erased. Yeah, I remember this. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. I really don't like the police department. They're not good people. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using the word murder, sir. It scares me. You're calling yourself a murderer, dude. A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Okay, video. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Oh, hello, Wait, okay, that doesn't mean that it's Goodman. It just means it's someone in a white coat. Oh, his face is completely covered too. He's wearing a glove. Okay, the glove dropped. No, no, turn back. Okay, there's Meekings. Okay. Okay, yeah, he got slashed. Yep, he got grabbed. Yep, he got thrown. Ooh, there is blood on his shoulder. Okay. And Meekings is down. But where's the guy then? Where's Goodman? Where's Goodman? I'm gonna have to look at that again because I don't get it. That's not good evidence though. You don't see the face. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? No. What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? You can't see the face of the person. So that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. Not the Blue Badger. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Oh, maybe he's playing the Blue Badger for hiding the face. Why am I not surprised? This isn't going smoothly. Okay. I might have to rewatch it myself. Let me grab this. Is there a way I can... No? Is the light already on? Is the light for that locker already on? Okay. Okay. There's no piece of cloth in the other door. So a glove fell out of inside the locker room. Okay. Still no cloth in that one. I wish there was music in this. It's kind of unsettling for it just to be quiet. Okay. Okay, there's blood on the shoulder. Alright. I don't think we need to see that anymore. Right. So there's a couple of things that are a bit interesting, confusing. Yes. Well, anyway. Yeah. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone in the evidence room, and some sort of, activity did take place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. No, it won't. Is that right with you, Officer Meekings? Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. We're getting another testimony? This isn't making sense. Mystery Man. His face can't be clearly seen in the video. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. How? I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do so. The locker was already turned on, though. Unlocked, though. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. There's a problem. There is a problem, and I've seen it. What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker, equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. Hang on, I'm gonna grab jelly. My phone. Okay. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Not if the thingy was already opened. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead, but everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. I found one already. I just have to get to the right point, though. Where is it? Nope. This one. No. I can't present. I have to press something. You sure? However, the most important detail is not shown in this video is the man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to open this without getting it everywhere. Come on. Ow. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I got the juice in me anyways. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock, but you can still, there's something to transfer fingerprints over. I don't think it was, that was available at that time, though, so. Oh! It's okay. Nope. Nope, it's okay. I'll shower after, anyways. I mean, it was his hand. Yep. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is... Unless the defendant can find a problem with that. Yeah, I can. Mr. Wright, let's check the court records again. Is there a problem with the security problem? Oh, yeah, there is a problem, and I saw it. I don't know what time it was, but we see it. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Oh. Strange. This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Oh yeah. I'm just gonna quickly... Okay, so I'll answer that one later. Okay. Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I propose that we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. Oh, thank you, I will. He would want me to point it out. Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further investigate this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out the problem in the video. Oh, okay. This is the first time I've ever had to do this. Okay. You do it, Mr. Wright. Again, I will. It's up to you. Oh, it's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. Nice. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Okay, dokie. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? That's a good question. Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates this man may not have been Goodman? Dun. So backspace is pause. Backspace. Around here. I've gotta present this. That. The light's on. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekings. Sir, do you mean me, sir? You're the only Meekings here. Oh, hello, Blue Badger Song. As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. And when you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprints. If it's a match, the light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that is the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong about this picture. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I didn't know that bit of the song. The light is on. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier. When the light was on. Objection. Yes. Already a big contradiction to this. But hello, I'm Monty. Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit. That means it's already opened, unlocked. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already opened before the victim grabbed the handle. Wait. Is his cuff to his neck? Or his lanyard? Is that what they call it? Order, what is the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know, it must have broken down. No, can't be. Of course I'm not an expert in this. Hang on, I'm just doing a quick check of something. Okay, yep, it's good. So I'll answer that one later. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor will detect and report any malfunctions. Oh, well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut, which is you, Judge. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? I mean, isn't there a trick to, getting fingerprints? Like using powder and, sticky tape to transfer the, fingerprint over? That's the thing, right? Yes, why wasn't the locker locked? Oh, there was something fell out. I thought it was, whoever the person was using a glove. Maybe not. Me, Your Honor. Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field, right? What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system's sensor, yeah, rubber stuffy. Something jam the sensor? Say, there's something else that seemed out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. Emma is actually becoming very useful in chat. She's maybe a little bit more useful than Maya. I still love Maya, I do, but having scientific stuff's actually fun. But I miss Maya. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. There's two extra things. One, I think a glove falling down, and two, a piece of cloth that was actually stuffed into the locker over to the left. Okay, very well. Let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for this. Okay. So fast forward is enter. Okay. Shoot! Rewind. There it is. Take that! See the glove? The thing that's strange about this video... Was I supposed to actually... this? Hold on. Uh-oh. I think I was supposed to actually move the pointer to the thing. I need to use my eye drops. Well, I don't get it. I'm sorry. I was meant to... Okay. No. Nope. Rewind. Okay. Move this here. And there we go. Much better. That thing creeps me out. The song is kind of cute though, but yeah, it kind of creeps me out. Please watch closely. This is the continuum of the part I showed you earlier. I don't like how there's no noise during the replays of this though. Like, I'd like the Blue Badger music back, please. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. I mean, it's black and white, so you can't really tell what color it is. Might not be white. But sir, it's in my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances when I opened my car door. Objection, we can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. True. What do you mean? Hello again, I'm Minato. Oh, Minato pa. I really need to fix it to show emoticons right there. The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? If it's a rubber glove, it should be easy. Inserted? I still want to point out the cloth in that one over there. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Your hand, me kings, your hand. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle. So what is with you and falling out of your car door? Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. But the object would have to been extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. Rubber glove. It would need to be an insulator. Do I have it? Do I have a glove? A glove, an extremely thin rubber glove. It exists. Like, I'd have to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... Can you not bite her? Okay. I think I finally got this figured out. The rubber glove. Very well. Will the defendant please present the relevant evidence? Oi! What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door? What is it? This thing! Rubber glove. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that that was in the victim's locker. It has a tag that says SL9 incident. So that'd be yes. I'm sorry, Ashworth, I've got evidence that you don't got. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. Hang on a minute. My rabbit actually did run out of things to play with, so I need to go give it to him. Yes, Phoenix, overturn this court with logic and facts. Yeah, mister. Here. You want this? You want this? Want this? You do? Alright. So please stop fighting that. Logic and facts is like the one thing. Oh no, we're pretty good at bluffing our way through this, though. Bluffing is also overturning court with bluffs and yeah, more bluffs than anything, and hoping that you say the right thing. Okay, this the video seems to depict the victim opening the locker, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. Logic, facts. Who needs any? Like, you just need to bluff and lie your way through it. But hi, Asa. Yo. Okay. Okay. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekings? What? Well, don't pick a Meekings. He doesn't know anything. Sir, it would appear so, sir. Is he cuffed to his lanyard? Order. Actually, yeah, his handcuffs are very weirdly positioned. Is it positioned underneath his tag? ID tag? So, are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Yeah. Do not be misled, Your Honor. I've got evidence though. What do you mean, Mr. Edwards? Excuse me. The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. Uh-oh. What? Officer Meetings, please testify about this. Sir. Me, sir? You're the one in the witness side. I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Quick, he's gonna get cross at you. There we go. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Every time Meekings does that, like whacks his hand, I get worried because that's the hand the hand his fist goes down on is the one where he got cut, and I think that hurts. Time to bring out the bull. I mean, think outside the box. Yeah, you have to think way outside the box for things to work. That is the rule that Mia gave us. Don't think in a straight line. Think squiggly lines. But yeah, bring out the BS. Is this a joke? Maybe. What is this? Scared me. We got proof. Evidence. Stuff. Very well. Begin your testimony. Well, Mystery Man number 2, part 2. Okay. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there is a record of it. Yep, and I've got the record. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. But I got the card. An ID card record, I see. I mean, I got the record too. I have the ID card records here, Your Honor. Right here, Your Honor. Oops, no backspace. Who is 777777 though? The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victims. Again, it doesn't have to be the victim. Someone could just, steal the card and be done with it. Does that not... does it not... just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so... Actually, yeah, why were there so few people using this room? Okay, this particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Like? Extremely violent cases. Violent cases involving police staff. So, like what was he going? What was it again? The serial killer case? Which is the one where Angel and Jake Marshall were still working on. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon. Right, I see. Now, let's move on to the cross-examination. This card? No, not enter. Enter. E. This card? I got the card. Wait one moment, Mr. Officer Meekings. I got the card, so it's easy to just, steal it from someone. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene, you know, the one we started with, the Lana one. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. No? Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. We're gonna do it. It is a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Hang on a minute. What's that one? This one? I don't think this is Bruce him though, because he doesn't even get the ID right. He didn't get the ID right. A lost item report. It's only half completed. But it shows that Detective Goodman has lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right? Okay. I can't say for sure, but there's a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Yeah, I can believe that. Order. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. Someone stole the card. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather a man who stole his ID card. I am very suspicious of who that guy is. Because evidence has been planted. Order! Does the prosecution have a response? That's loud. I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. I don't like it when you say bravo to me. Bravo? Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, I'm gonna say it like this. The man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman, okay? There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Yeah. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? I don't like this. I don't like where this is going. Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murderer in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instincts of the murder. It doesn't, yeah. That is... Well, I guess that's right. It didn't show it though. All we saw was Meekins reach out to grab the man. I think the man slashed him, leaving a bloody thingy print on the guy's white jacket, and then the guy lunges for Meekins, and then the camera pans away. Meekins on the floor, pans back over to the left, and there is a piece of cloth in one of the lockers. Okay. Am I something wrong? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. We still haven't yet to use the Jake Marshall stuff, though. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. I don't get it. The defendant has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is fake, which means a murder did not take place. Did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot, at the prosecutor's office. No! The murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Uh-oh. Not good. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. it was all a trap from the beginning. Think, Phoenix, think. Think. We have yet to use the Jake Marshall one, though. I wonder when that's gonna come up, though. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim of the meetings encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana... What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Object. Excuse me. We're gonna bluff our way through everything. One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? We're gonna do the Jake Marshall? Because that is, I mean... I don't know, things could be happening. Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. Objection! Eventually, I'm going to make myself an emoticon where I press a button and just like the objection thingy appears up just for a bit and then it just goes away. But like, yeah, with this being like the last case of the first game, and I'm going to take a break before I do the second game. It's going to be a bit before I actually use that one. Yes, the security video did not show the actual murder, yep. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. How so? The fingerprints. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room, so I thought something did happen in here. The defense demands further examination in the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Can we not have blood tests done? If this court would examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor, you're not? The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared in any other witnesses for this incident. But I've got one. I got one for you. This might just be my chance. This might be my chance, yeah. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Listen, we gotta do this, okay? It's not gonna end up if we don't. Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh, whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify. Who? What is his or her name? I want to do Damon Cat. But no. This dude. Jake Marshall. Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let Edris know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Yay! Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. He wasn't even there. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Okay, so trial former didn't take us long, maybe just an hour-ish roughly. Very well, the court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed? Something word. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. Kathunk? No kathunk? Okay. Hi Lana. Okay, okay, I'm out of court. February 24th, 11:32 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. She doesn't look too happy. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you've figured everything out. No, I haven't. I haven't figured anything out. No, I just lie, bluff my way through everything. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma. So cute. You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? You go on. You tell her. Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection, but Emma asked us to do it, so... I mean, technically Emma asked, Mia, but... How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Lana, you better say the right words for this. Lana? Gosh, hope I'm not interrupting anything, Val. Oh, yes I am. I'll come back later. Excuse yourself, please. Bye, puppy. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Come back, what's up? Oh, you've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. Huh? I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. Wow, that was a lot of haze. It's okay. That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked? Oh, she asked us something. You mean this, right? My apologies, detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. Excuse me, you got me in trouble? My name? Am I gonna get in trouble with this? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? Oh, info! I need them by noon. Think about crazy. When did she have the chance to do that? The SL9 incident? But Lana, is it secret information? Secret stuff? I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Thank you. Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you. The Chief Prosecutor were a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness? Files for the Joe Dark killings from 2 years ago. Okay. No. Let me go tap. I'll read that later, but let me go tap. Okay, so let's read it. Incident number SL9. It's a closed case. Perpetrator Joe Dark. Crime, serial murder, sentence death. Yep. Victims: Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Jeb Neil Marshall. Okay, Marshall. I'm not gonna say that they're related just yet, but that's I've got a thing. Okay, head prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, witnesses Lana Sky, Emma Sky. Emma was a witness. Investigation Task Force, executive investigators Damon Gant, Lana Sky, head investigators Bruce Goodman, investigators Jake Marshall, Angel Star. Okay. So what do I get from here? Neil Marshall was a thing. The witnesses had Emma was a witness as well. I think that's the main thing that's interested for me. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders. Did Phoenix read it too? Oh, what? Now that I brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma? But why? I get he's read it. Emma. Why is your name in here? What? My name is in there? I don't know, unless... So wait, Emma didn't know that she was a witness in the... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident, is that... Oh, okay, maybe she doesn't know the name of it. That's the classification number the police filed it under. Okay, 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Drake killings. Dark, not Drake, dark. than the Joe Dark. No, Lana. That's over with. No, Emma, wait. She ran away. What? Wait, what? You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry about, but I'm out of here. Oh, right. Okay. Jake Marshall, Angel Star, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Okay, something's connected. Ooh, something's here. Everyone involved in this case is connected to the killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Nothing's ever a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Understood. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. Imagine not being aware of becoming a witness to a serial killer. I know. I think she just didn't know the classification. She just didn't know the classification, like the number term of it. She probably just knew what the world was referring to the case as. Poor Emma though, she seems pretty shaken about this. I wonder what happened to her in this case and why was she considered as a witness? What did she see? I better take a good look at this file. Let's read the file one more time. Okay, so Neil Marshall and the fact that Emma's a witness is like the big thing. I'm very worried though about what she might have seen. Or what... Because Lana's also a witness as well. And I wonder what Lana might have seen. It makes sense for her to be an executive investigator, but... for her to be classified under a witness as well? That's a bit... Okay, let's go into day 3... trial later? Sherry Bean. Yes. Nope, okay. February 24, 12:14 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. In we go. Oh, no, Emma. No, Emma. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Emma didn't come back. Okidoki. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. He wasn't even there. What are you drinking? Witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Trails. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know, you're a patrolman. It wasn't originally. As for my name, if you just listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Edgeworth, why are you answering for him? Howling wind. I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Edgeworth is the howling wind. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado soul is as boundless as the desert sand. No paper can sum it up. Okay, maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. Please. I'm getting confused and not unable to say it. Okay, day of the crime. Okay. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchid. They say I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyways. If I remember right, I was at a street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. Can you just normal English, please? Words that I can say. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security system? The ID card? The ID card in the electric shock locker? Yep. I mean the security cameras and the ID card readers. I reckon even a cowboy... I ain't a cowboy. What is a cowboy? I reckon even a cowpick like you knows about those. Yes. Well, what about the fingerprint activated locks in the evidence locker? Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickey are those? Wait, so he doesn't know about it? He's not being very helpful, so he doesn't know about it. Oh, right. I remember he's not good with machines. He's not that good with machines or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. This will be an interesting, cross-examination. Okay, Mr. Wright, he is all yours. Well, I'm gonna immediately use the fingerprint thingy. Which was... No. Come on. Nah. I'm eventually gonna have to immediately put that one, but... Where is it? This thingy. I don't think you were, because your fingerprints are right here. My apologies, sir. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? Yeah. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. Why are you here then, I wonder? And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or, to be exact, a handprint? Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, I make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be there. Bloody. Mister. I only wish it were Miss... I was actually gonna call him Mr. Officer. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Witness, what is the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene? The blood was wiped away. However, the luminal test clearly reveals this. Well, Officer Marshall? He's still calm. It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. Excuse me, I've got a head on my shoulders underneath my collar. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall? About the blood-stained fingerprints? Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime. Who addresses the court like this? Someone who likes being in character. You know, they've got a reputation to uphold and he's got to be a cowboy. We've had weirder witnesses though, I'm pretty sure. I think. Let me think. No, actually, no. All of our other witnesses have been pretty tame. No, the old man. Shoot, what was his name? A very eccentric, person. Yeah. A very eccentric person. Hey. Yeah, you're not receiving any video because I paused it for a moment there. Excuse me. Bloodstained fingerprints. Do tell me, what is this? Tame. They're pretty, okay. Their attire are pretty tame, but their personalities are kind of out there. Okay, like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happens to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. Got a point there. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprints was by chance. I'm just probably reading some stuff wrong again. The bloodstain and the fingerprints are completely unrelated. Oh, didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See? I had nothing to do with it. How do you know that? How did he know that the person was wearing gloves? The witness's explanation appears valid. Although there's room for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. I missed Ron saying hello. What the heck? I missed Ron saying hello. Oh no! I missed Ron saying hello. I wasn't paying attention to my chat. Shoot. I might move my chat a bit here, maybe. Hang on. About there should do. And I'll move that there. Okay. Maybe that will make it so I can actually see. Okay, the defense now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. Yes, you did. Oh no, Ren, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't notice, okay? I was too busy staring at the... I'm sorry. No cry, no cry. Okay, I gotta get back into this. You got any proof? That's because you had to pay respects once a month. Fingerprints? Yes. My cuteness gets me out of everything. Well, my cuteness in this form gets me out of everything. Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. You went in there again? That locker happened to be mine. Oh. Okay, okay. No. Oh, I don't know. That just makes him ever the more likely chance to be the person that got that stabbed, cut, hurt me, Kings. Cause of the white. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean. So, no, I don't have my Skippy buddies in here. So, we'll wait for it to go back the other side. Cause this is something I'm pointing this. I noticed this one a bit ago. Anyways, so his locker is the one over there in the corner there. The light is off. That means it's locked. Then I have to wait till the end. But later on, it shows that there is something at the bottom, like hanging out from that locker, which means that it was open during this and something was stuffed into it. Meaning the person in white might be Jake Marshall. I wish you really could see his face. Hey, that knife looks more intact as well. Well, okay, come on, one more turn. See, still lights off. Still nothing in that corner one, top corner one. Come on, turn around, to the next one, Come on. And it should. There's a white thing in there. That means it was open. That means his fingerprints was used. So that makes it more viable for Jake Marshall to be the person in the white outfit. Wait, what do you mean? I mean what I said. Yep. As he see, he must have opened it. He opened it. It was open. Well, it must have been opened by him. That is the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now is a heap of broken dreams. I probably read that sentence wrong. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprints data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Okay. That's fine. How does he know this? How do you know he's wearing gloves? How do you know that? I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a blood stain at the scene thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. The one over there? Right, it was found in Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. I think we tried that too. Yep. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprints. That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? No. I can still do things. The seal of blood in... Can you talk in normal English, please? The seal of blood in the desert, just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. As long as my child isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. I love how I love this game. I love thinking games. I love proving people wrong. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Anything new? What do you mean by that? What do you mean it's not you? You want to tie me to this crime, is that right? Isn't that right, partner? No. Maybe. If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have, and I can prove it. I just need to get to that point. But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots? The places you can't see. But I can see. Come on, quickly, get there, get there, get there, get there. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. Oh, you could have hit on it. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. You don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you could show us... if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so. I got evidence. I got evidence very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. I miss having Emma. I miss Emma chatting with me. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might end up being the one making the mistake. No. I'm ready for this. Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall. Okay, so I need to password enter. Okay. Where? Boing. What is it? It was opened. Bringing our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake, I'm afraid. You'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have... Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Sure. Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. That's 8. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. Thank you. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. Boom, 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 boom. That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. That's right, it's right. Come on, keep rewinding. And nothing to hear. Oh, the white cloth, it's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? Hang on, let me get another. When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. That's right, that's right. Order. Oh, whoa. It would seem that the only... Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. What do you mean? So what if my locker was opened? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. Oh, dude. My apologies, Officer Marshall. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. So he doesn't know. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine, so he doesn't know it's fingerprint stuffies. Marshall, why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? Poor dude. This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. What am I feeling? Oh yeah? I call you bluff. You can't call this bluff. You say you opened that locker, now prove it. Evidence locker. Take this. A fingerprint sensor? We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detective they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? He really didn't know. Huh. Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. He's one of them. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? Yeah, come on, 8 words or less, 8 words or less. I only got 1 word for you, partner. 8. No, that's 9. Order, order, order. Witness, explain yourself. It still doesn't mean that he did do the stabby though. It means that he was there at least. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now please. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Come on. Come on, Olay. Please answer the question. Come on. What is he now, a bullfighter? Come on. Come on. What were you there for? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can? I don't want to... No, but... Alright, have a look at these floor plans. Okay. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. True. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. Wait, are we insinuating that Jake Marshall was the stabby man? Oh, not the stabby man, the slashy man. Stabby's Lana. If that's so then, where was the witness? It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right. The only possible conclusion. I don't like this. But okay. Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? He can only be V, can he? The quote-unquote victim. I don't want to insinuate that it's him. Officer Marshall was standing right here. I don't want to insinuate that. Not yet, but... there, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. Correct. Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall, quote-unquote victim. Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman. No? Okay, he's not reacting to that. But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified that about that man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes? And how did Detective Goodman respond? He suddenly put a knife on me. Still looks like the knife was in a more it's like in a more pristine condition than this one. This one has its tip broken. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Oh, I get it. I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man isn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? Okay, we're getting somewhere. You've got quite an imagination, partner. I just realized that Witness has a knife. He do got a knife. There is. Oh. Oh. Nice hitting it. Nice. Good, nice hitting it. I didn't even notice it. Oh god, and he's plainly shaving really cool. He's got the knife. I want to stare at the knife, but we can't pass forward and just looking at the record. But he tell you do got knife. He do got knife. Oh, we got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. You got the knife, though. Circumstantial evidence. He's still denying it. My man, no. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Can we just open his locker then? Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. I do. Oh, well, that was my alarm. Oops. I forgot I had this alarm to 9:30. Because normally I work. I just keep getting captivated by how well the hair is attached. It's kind of dead. I have to fix it a bit when I put my head up and down. But it's a part of my rig. So, yeah. If I press a button, it will just come up. Sorry. But don't keep staring at the hair. Stare at the actual game right here. I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care about your beard, but you don't hear me complain. You said it twice already, my dude. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? Oh yeah, I do. It's the white coffee thing, it could be. Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything. We bluff our way through this ride. That is who we are. We bluff and lie, but the cat is the cute, I understand. No, you stare at the game. Ignore the cat. Ignore the cat and just look at the game. The cat will be down here for the rest of the game if that's the case. And if you keep staring at the cat's gonna drop. I think I'm here. Move this back down and this. Okay. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. You see I'm right. I'm very ready to prove you wrong. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert's heat. The desert heat. Duh, this can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one, but what can I do? Darn it, he's not helping us. It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. No, I can do it. I just need to get to that point. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. Is he helping? Are you helping? The basics? Are you helping? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Think outside the box? Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. Gee! That's right, think outside the box. We can do it. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in that disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place? What do you mean? Edgeworth is helping. Kinda, maybe. There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. But to hide something? Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been. It's pretty neat that once Edgeworth is convinced he seeks to catch the criminal. Yeah. Edgeworth is great. Sometimes he can he just be an attorney, not a prosecutor? Bring out the bullet ready, let's do it. Yeah, he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later that it had been. He's hiding the thing, which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed, quote-unquote committed, He opened his own locker for some unknown reason. It's the blood stain. He got blood stain on his which shoulder is that? Right shoulder? The fact that a white cloth was sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my last shot. My only shot. Okay, we're ready. We're ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Very well, let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker. Bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Found it. Is that making sense? Yeah, wait, no, that's actually an interesting way. Okay. There. For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you put a knife on him. Poor Meekins. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat. You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. Excuse me. We can just have him open it, right? No? Can we not? Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh? What about Edgy? 2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent then as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now, would we? Is this about the SL9? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. Alright. It seems the time has come. Confession time? But that still doesn't really finish this case, so we still have a lot of ones. Anyway, confession. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just let by and let it die. I saw the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. Okay. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. Okay. I suppose the victim was really you. But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. That's true. Whose blood is that? If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Is it all Meekins? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is that he's the donor. Yeah, actually that makes sense. He was lying on the ground, so he probably bled a bit more. It was way too much blood for such a small donation. Oh, maybe okay, maybe not then. Maybe not then. Okay. I had to do it that day. I just couldn't let it... Okay, what do you mean? What do you mean by this? When you say it, you mean the case? Do you even have to ask, partner? The SL9 incident. Okay. 2 years have passed since the case was closed. It was going to completely end with a transferal that day. Not if I had anything to do with it. So he was trying to prolong the case? No, trying to get more of it? That incident's not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. Oh, okay, that's nice to know. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. He was one of the investigators in it. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? Marshall! Neil Marshall! That day was my last chance. That's why I... what evidence were you after? I'm gonna press everything. That was pretty nice and, said though, this testimony. There's not much we can do though. But, okay, why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like if I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out evidence transfer, I'd be arrested. I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. Yeah, that's true. So you did it to fool the security camera. And the detective's ID card? I stole it. I stole that the morning of the incident. Pickpocket error. So, that's really why Detective Goodman started filling out the lost item report. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. He was dead. But he was already dead. The ID card I found was left out by Officer Marshall, but he dead. He was already dead by then. So, essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean that fingerprint activated lock, of course. I mean the fingerprint activated lock. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that lock yourself. Okay. But he could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. I don't think that was a chance thing. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. Did he come in? When? When did Goodman come in? The locker never really closed. This is all very very coincidence and chance. It's just the locker just happened to be jammed by the glove when Goodman opened the locker. So how did Marshall know that it was jammed in the first place? Everything really is circumstantial evidence. Oh, hang on, I gotta mute something. Okay, so I had to talk to my dad a bit. Marshall doesn't know how the lockers work. My dad was still talking. Yeah, but that's the fingerprint lock though. Because he doesn't know the fingerprints were, so... I guess, but he knew that he knew that it was locked though. He should have known that they were locked in the first place. He just doesn't know that it was a fingerprint thing because he only knows 2 security measures. I don't know. Doesn't seem right. I'm just gonna keep playing. This is very confusing. Okay, he must have been Detective Goodman, must have opened the locker before, so still Goodman's name's not on the thingy. Okay, I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins, I knocked him out. How so? You put a knife. Yeah, you put a knife. You put a knife on Officer Meekins and try to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised by pulling a knife? My dude, I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. You still put a knife on him though. Officer Meekings certainly is a 1 in a million type of person. He still got cut though. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID. I have to think a little more about his raise this year. When did Edward get so much influence? Oh boy. Anyways, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. Still, a lot of blood. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. With me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? Yeah, it is a knife. I don't know what to say. So you knocked Officer Meekings out and knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. So you did your research beforehand. Also, you said you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. Again, then how did Gant get the security tape then? Everyone was under the assumption that the footage was deleted. I'm getting more and more suspicious of Gant by the hour. I'd say by the hour. However, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. Knocked out, poor guy. So what you're saying is, on that day... Oh, I just threw something. On that day... I still don't know about... all the blood there, though. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What, are you blind? There was way too much blood for just like a cut in the hand though. The victim shown on the tape is me and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker? Actually, no, I didn't. What? Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. Wait, what? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence? It's still missing, Your Honor. That's not good. Okay, so someone already had cleared out the evidence locker then. Oh, but we have some though. We have some evidence. So we have this weird vase thingy. We have the glove. We have... No, that's not that one. We have the knife. So there was other stuff? Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer? This is no small offense. Oh, sad music-ish, kinda. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. Sean was on sale. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Salary? Not that cut. Salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. I don't know why. But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? What's wrong about it? Oh, is it because of the fabricated evidence that Angel talked about? That's the reason the evidence was stored in... That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is that he deserved his sentence. Yep. I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it? That was a lot of people. 6 people died? I think it was 6. I don't intend to complain about how it turned out. Wait, evidence is stored... Yeah. So this evidence room was, where specific cases were, stored in. For this evidence room, it was for, like, heinous crimes, like killings and murders and stuff like that. I think most of the... But yes, evidence is stored in the evidence room, my boy. I figured, D. I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at the trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know, that's what I'm trying to find out. Huh. Why is he so concerned by that incident? Maybe I should present him what I think his real reason was. I had a feeling it would wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I'd better take another look at the files. Is it the Marshall person? Okay, nope. Nope. This one, okay. Present. Here. Is it the Marshall person? Officer Marshall. I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. There's a plane going by. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident files here. Don't question why I have it here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here as a victim in a list of murdered victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago. Ah! Oh! He received the same lousy prosecutor's award you got. What? A prosecutor? He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award. Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. Oh! That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands. Okay. But what's his relation to you? Related. He was my brother. Is that his cowboy hat? He was investigating the murders with Damon Grant, the then Deputy Chief of Police. Oh, is that him? And there in the bottom left. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Oh, he's got the same weird eyes as what's his name again? Von Karma? Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. Okay. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed, at least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. Oh, I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. Uh-oh. Arraigned. The word's gone. I don't need to talk to it. I can't. Okay, certain words I've never seen before, I can't pronounce it, okay? Okay. Okay, no one could beat him in a fight. And that's your reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Okay. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. I know you're not. I just can't pronounce certain words. My throat's kind of like dry and weird now. I have to remember to take some medicine once I'm done. Once I had breakfast. And that was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Yeah. Not satisfied with this resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. I'm just here to be called as smarty and receive head. You don't get head pats from me. No. People give me head pats. I don't give them out. I don't give them out. I pull on ears. I don't give out head pats. Okay. Officer Meekins confronted him and he rendered him unconscious and fled. Run, go. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. At least that part of it. We're still the Lana one. No murder took place at the police department that day. It's gonna go back to Lana, ain't it? Too bad. No head pants. The thing that happened by chance never ceased to amaze. Yeah. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance? It's got to be more than just that. Yeah, I don't So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder... that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. I have to object to everything, aren't I? This is not good. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. Objection. That cat gets a head pat. That cat. Yeah, I really need to fix putting the emoticons in this. I've got to figure out how to do it. But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. Uh-oh. Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. It seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner. All the mysteries at the police department have been resolved. No doubt about it. This isn't good. Also, murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky, and the testimony of one Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word and make it a single word or less. Darn it, we're doing this whole word like things on this. That works as a word. I rest my case. I need to go through evidence. I can't. Nuh-uh, I can't. This isn't good. I'm gonna have to just object it. I'll just object and maybe something will come up. Will someone help me again? It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There is no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time. Edward. Disapproving the alleged murder at the police department. I might actually finish the stream after this bit of the trial ends. Yeah, I might do that. Don't fall. Please don't fall. Okay. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera tape really was fake. No. I don't think it was a normal security thing. Maybe not. Because security cameras don't work like that, right? They don't do the whole head moving, turning thingy, maybe? I don't know. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant. Who's it? Who's it? Who's it? Who's it? Emma! Welcome back. Welcome back. I give you headpats. I give you all the headpats. Welcome back. Your Honor, wait. Emma, where'd you run off to? The defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right? Nah, Emma gets all the headpats. She's good girl. She came back. What do you mean, right, though? What do you mean, right, Emma? Rule no get headpats. Only Emma get headpats. Mr. Wright? Are you this girl's guardian? No. I can be. Your Honor? Oh, in a sense. Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Emma get headpats. Emma get all headpats. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. Do it. Come on, Edgy. Come on. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. Hey! Edgeworth gets headpats too. Get headpats, this. You guys, they all get headpats. Emma. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings. Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky sisters were in that file. But that's when I figured it out. What do you mean? I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprints had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing, the other handprint. Oh, so she was actually doing some research on the way. Good girl, you got lots more headpats. You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker? But no fingerprints were found on it, right? No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So, I ran over there and looked at it again. Just a bit, maybe. No, so Emma does get some headpats. She's been, even though she ran up in shock, she still did something good and got us something else. What'd you find? So did you find something? What'd you find? No. Emma. Emma. Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after. No. Emma, no. You're all good. You're good. You're all good. I got an idea, but not enough. I need a bit more. Is that all? My darling. Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. No. I'll never be mad at you. Never. And I'm just an attorney. But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. The bluffs. If anyone can save Lana, it's you. Alright, I guess I'll do it. I guess I'll figure it out. Me? Oh boy. Oh boy. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright. With regards to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain? She's building up confidence for me to think. So, okay. It appears the defense is troubled by the other bloodstain mark. Are we sure that it's a bloodstain though? Oh, do we not actually have it? Oh darn, we actually don't have it in here. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute, what am I hearing? Oh, that's a car. I thought I heard something through my headphones, like there's an engine running somewhere. Okay, looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Yes, is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. No, Emma, you're good. But still, I don't think that that might not be a blood, because that's whose locker is that? That's Gumshoe's locker, right? And from the paints put aside, on the side of that room, the blue badger was made in here. So that might not be a blood print. That might be a paint print. If you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be... Please answer my question, Miss Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. If ever I've needed to concentrate, it's now. What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? Objection. Okay, we do it. Objection. This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. It's not a blood. It can't be blood. It shouldn't be blood. That is a car, right? Oh, that's not a car. That's my computer. The only thing that seems clear is you grasping, Mr. Wright. You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? It's my car. I'm pulling it. Hey, no, you still don't get headphones. Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Something? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? Oh, you mean the paints? Yes, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. The blue badger? Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright. With all this evidence here, there's got to be something I can use. The question is, which item can prove something is missing on the floor plan? Blue badger. He was unpainted here, right? So where is he in this picture? Why are you drinking? It's a dude. What about that piece of plywood? The blue badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of... My dear, my boy, don't do this. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Oh, it's still there, okay. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The blue badger is not here. So, watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Yeah, we won't see that. Well, what? Oh, I don't get it. That's right. So long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place the handprint at this spot on the locker. Oh. Oh, okay. So that means, just exactly what does that mean? What does that mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found at that locker. Don't look at me, I didn't put it there. Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically. Ooh. Emma! Oh. No, couldn't be. Hi Emma, welcome back then. Welcome back to this either. On that afternoon, okay, Officer Meekings was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room, right? Yes. Yes, after you put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker. So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in? Just a moment, I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. It might sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once but twice. So someone was hurt. But how? One time was captured on this tape. I did do a good job, didn't I? I will object to everything. Now, I deserve to give Phoenix some head pats. Good job, Phoenix, and Emma for stalling for me. That is all. One time was captured on this tape taken by the security camera. Yep, Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is the other time. I'm missing the other time. No, wait. Okay. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. Lonely unwanted rune is lonely. Wait, so he didn't really die at... Oh, that's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be fake. However, that does not... I think I misread that bit, but okay. That does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. So then, assuming this murder you propose really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred. When did the first incident occur? Oh, easy. To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room. That's right, the blood mark on the locker proves this. Very well, tell us then. Then tell us, when did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented. Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that. Now then, will the defense please present its evidence that shows when the first crime took place? It has to be this one, because... No? I don't have... It has to be this one, right? This is the only thing I have that has the times. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. In order to do so, an ID card would have been required. An ID card? Oh, the ID card record. Who is 77777777? Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40. Miles. Miles. Miles Edgeworth. Just what have you done? I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. I'm sorry. Drop the accurateness. I'm sorry. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. No, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either. It's clear from the liminal test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and cleaned up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. We stopped at 77777. Let's look at the chart again. 77777777. I did count that number. Yeah, there's only one other card number remaining. 77777777. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make any sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand. Meekins is an interesting name. Mike Meekins. He must have entered along with the real murderer. Oh, yeah. That's the only plausible explanation. Who is 777777? He went in with 777777777. So many sevens. Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose number is 777777777. That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. Why? At least at present. Why? What? Why? Explain yourself, son. The ID number 7777777 belongs to someone with the rank of captain or higher. Someone who's a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire such a person's identity. I'm putting my pin on him. I don't like him. The magistrate doesn't like him. This isn't good though. But that's ridiculous. Just how... I'm not finished talking, Miss Wright. My apologies. Continue. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority. If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted. An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates. Excuse me, you can go now, Marshal. You can go now. We don't need you. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshal. You can go now, Officer Marshal. We don't need you anymore. I'd appreciate it if you would keep your slanders to yourself. Slanders, is it? You can go. Okay, go ahead. Let me ask a question. Yes, what's up? No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Emma? Don't pick on Emma. Your own little executive. Don't pick on Emma. Oh, oops. I read it wrong. Lana. Don't pick on Lana. What about Lana? Don't pick on Lana though. Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course, we've looked up her ID number. And it's not 7777777. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. Lana? The SL9 incident? What about it? Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Well, Lana? Lana? Do you need the witness to repeat his questions, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. Lana. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. What's up? What's up, Dawn? Lana? I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defendant, just what are you saying? Lana, I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me an investigator in that crime in the eye and say that you did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't. I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why won't you answer him? Lana. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. Lana. We did what we had to do. Huh? Lana, we did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserves. She's sad. She looks sad. But Lana, even if it involved forging evidence. No. Lana. Well, I mean, I already figured that was forged evidence, but still. See? That's what I'm talking about. You can go, Marshal. You can go, Marshal. Order. Okay, Lana's remarks caused such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. Yeah, Okay. Yeah. I mean, I already knew that there was forged evidence anyways, but for it to actually be confirmed is, it's a thing. In any case, that's all I'm actually going to be doing today. That was still long though. It's 2 hours, almost 20. But anyways, so that's all I'm doing for today's stream. I do need to eat breakfast, and I'm starting to get hungry, so my little jelly cups isn't really helping me out. Yes, I need to eat. Anyway, so I've got a stream to... I will eat. I'm out of court. I will have a stream as well tomorrow. I think at 7. Just let me double check. I think it's at 7 o'clock in the morning. Is it at 7 or is it at 8? It's at 7. It's at 7 tomorrow. Which is the Gato Roboto thingy. Thankfully, I got past that one boss that was going to take me forever to do. But I did. I got past it. I got to eat, yes. I'll actually order out because I can. But yeah. So tomorrow's like Gato Roboto stream. I hope I won't rage again. I'll quit. I'm just going to try my best for that game. It's a hard game, okay? It's super difficult. But in any case, I'll see you tomorrow, or if you're just here for the Ace Attorney streams, then on Friday for another long stream. But yes, thank you for watching. Bye bye.